Tonight, Israel is intensifying its war on Hamas. As an Israeli airstrike struck a United Nations facility, the Palestinian health officials said killed 19 people. More than half of them were children. Among the dead was Samuel Alian's father. She's only 11 years old. What are these crimes? Show it to the entire world, said this man. This is a 1-week-old baby girl. Israel's military said the building used to be a clinic, but it's now used as a Hamas command center, a charge Hamas called a blatant fabrication. As Israel expands its fighting, its war goals are shifting. The country's Minister of Defense said today this latest offensive aims to capture extensive territory. The families of the remaining hostages in Gaza said they were horrified by this announcement and demanded that Israeli officials focus on a negotiated deal with Hamas. But hours later, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu echoed the new priorities, announcing that Israel's army is seizing yet another roadway that bisects the enclave. Tonight in the Gaza Strip, we shifted gears, he said. We're increasing the pressure step by step so that they will give us back our hostages. But much of that pressure falls on Gaza's civilians. It's been a month since Israel cut off all humanitarian aid to the enclave, including food. A move Israel said was also aimed at pressuring Hamas to free the hostages. Food for families increasingly scarce. Mohammed is 7 years old. I want to eat meat and rice, he says. Yesterday, all of the bakeries supported by the United Nations were forced to shut. This soup kitchen was one of Gaza's largest, in which tens of thousands depended, now down to just a few pots. Fresh water is scarce, people here say, and so is cooking gas. For many, Israel's constant bombardments are only one danger. This woman said she couldn't find any bread at all. If we don't die by the missiles of the IDF, she said, we'll die of starvation. Roba al-Halabi said 2 bags of bread aren't enough for her family of 10. The demand is so severe, she said, fights are breaking out on the bread lines. Israeli officials had said Gaza has plenty of food. The UN called that claim ridiculous.
You know, WFP doesn't close its bakeries for fun. If there's no flour, if there's no cooking gas, the bakeries cannot open.
Only a few bakeries remained open, and their supplies are dwindling. Iman Abu Harbil has been waiting since early morning. She still hasn't gotten bread to feed her young child. Our life is harsh, she said. I swear we'll be famine, and people will eat each other.
And Matt Bradley joins us now from Tel Aviv. Matt, as Gazans brace for more possibility of hardship there, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is starting a controversial visit to Hungary tonight, right?
That's right. It's the first time that he's actually been to a state that is a signatory to the International Criminal Court, for which he is under suspicion. He's supposed to be arrested by the terms of the ICC agreement when he lands in Hungary. But already Viktor Orban, who is one of his closest allies, has made it clear he's not going to be arresting Netanyahu. Just like Netanyahu was able to visit the United States just a couple of months ago, he was able to do that because the United States isn't a signatory to the ICC treaty either. And important to note here, and one of the interesting ironies is that actually that ICC indictment against Netanyahu, those charges back in November, at least one of them is for using food as a weapon of war, which is exactly what we're starting to see here in the Gaza Strip.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.